Hello boys, welcome back to Football Manager 14, your players. And boy, look at that, Leyton Orient have finally got out of League One and up to the Championship. They won the League One 3 seasons in. And let's have a look at the boys who done it. They only just won it, they only just won it by a couple of points. A great year for Leyton Orient. They won it on the final day against Rotherham. Tyler Sampson getting 2 goals on the score sheet. Unfortunately, I can't show you the highlights. But 2 goals there from Tyler Sampson, who's become an absolute beast. Gillingham, let's see how Gillingham did. There's not too many players left at these 2 clubs now. Leyton Orient, by the way, were managed by Roberto Di Matteo, so that must have played a big impact on them going up. And Gillingham finished 11th again. Disappointing, but still captained by Aaron Smith, the legend of the series. Dan Slack now just vice captain. But let me have a look. Let me quickly go through all the players. Let's start off with the cheapest this time. Philip Moss. He's gotten old and his career never really kicked off. Unfortunately, he's filtering out now at Burnley. He's playing a couple of games. He might have another season in him. But he's only going to have one more season in it, if that. He has to have a good season next season if his career is to continue. Aaron Smith, he's only worth 87k. He's 33 years of age now, but he's still banging goals this season. He scored 12 in the league, 4 in the cup. I think they went on a bit of a cup run then, did they? No, not at all. No, not at all. They're in 3 cups, that's why I'm thinking that. But a nice season there for Aaron Smith. He's still the old dog at Gillingham. He's the legend of the series, isn't he? He's the old dog. He's the guy that all the Gillingham players looked up to. It's nice to see he's still going on. I hope he goes on for a few more years yet. Noel Gallagher, though, is struggling. He's only getting a few games at Gillingham, but it's a lot more than he had previously. His value is shooting down and his attributes aren't increasing. At that age, that tender age, especially for a goalkeeper, you really need to improve. And he hasn't, because he hasn't been getting the game time, which is a shame for Noel Gallagher, who's been preferred for Matthias Monk has been preferred. Andrew Martin, let's go through these quickly. He's been at Crystal Palace again. It's his 2nd season there. Only got 3 games this season, which is a bit disappointing. He looks like he's probably going to end up leaving. Not transfer listed. I don't know why he's staying there. 4 games in 2 years is pretty shabby, to be honest, but he's a good player. He should move on. Liam Mawson was one of the guys that I anticipate to be one of the best players. I reckon he had one of the highest potential, but he's filtered out. He's now playing for the under-21s. He's transfer listed for a puny 240k, and he hasn't improved. In fact, he's gotten worse, I'd say. Going back to the first episode where I showed you all the attributes, he's gotten worse, and he's still on 250k a week. He should have moved when he had the chance. If you're not getting game time, you probably want to move on, but there's no my player in Football Manager. And that shows you really how much luck is involved, because this guy had one of the highest potentials. He was young, and it just didn't work out for him. But then there's Dan Slack, who is also an old dog now. He's the vice captain of Gillingham, as I showed you earlier. Getting consistent games, good amount of assists this season. He's just sturdy. He's the reliable centre midfielder that Gillingham rely on. Hopefully he'll stay at Gillingham and get him promoted next season. Bradley Paris moved to Southampton for a lowly 325k, and he got a good amount of games, but they're only in the Championship now, so not really that big of a move. Matthias Monk has been the preferred goalkeeper at Gillingham. He's getting a lot more games. 34 conceded, 25 appearances, an average rating of 6.8, really average. But he's still young. Goalkeepers grow for a long time, so he's still got a potential to be have a great career. Robert Moss, the centre back, decent. He looks decent. I like the look of him. He's played a big role in getting Leyton Orient promoted. 27 games, average rating of 6.98. Good, reliable centre back. I like the look of him. He's 22 years of age, so expect a lot more from him. Emil Meski. He was a star of last episode, wasn't he? He scored plenty of goals for PSV youth side. 19 goals in 22. He went on loan to Rayo Vallecano. And he only scored 2 goals in 14, which is pretty shabby. So a bad choice. What is wrong with me? Career choice there for Emil Meski. Ben Dover, the San Marinian, is still at Gillingham, still doing average, to be honest. 23 games, 3 goals. He's getting goals. He's got his first goal of his career in the league for Gillingham, which was nice to see. but he's not really improving as much as I thought he would. Where are we up to? Jimmy Fredericks is the youngest guy of the Cruston players. He's developing very nicely. He looks very good. His attributes are definitely on the up, and he's played 12 games for Leyton Orient this season. He's the wonder kid, isn't he, of Leyton Orient? Hopefully he will develop, and he'll be able to take Leyton Orient from that Championship level, maybe to the Premier League. Is that possible? They've got a lot of money after all those sales. Joe Mosson, he's alright. Yet again, he's played a lot of games for Gillingham this season. He needs them to move up. He needs to play for a bigger reputation team, especially now he's hit the age of 22. It's really the do or die stage of your career, isn't it? So he definitely needs either Gillingham to step up, or he's got to step up to a bigger club. A big choice there coming up for Joe Mosson. Evan Ife, remember you can pause on any one of these. Playing a lot more games now, 22 games this season for Leyton Orient. 2 assists, so he contributed to the promotion. It's nice to see Evan Ife getting a couple of games. Not developing very nicely, I don't think. I'd like to see him grow a bit quicker, but he's only 21. There's still a chance for him to become a great player. Drew Hellon, the American, the passionate American. Alright, he's 30 years of age. His physical acts are starting to fizzle out. Still double digits for assists every season for Blackpool now, and Gillingham as well. And he's getting caps for America, which is nice to see. He's on the up. Centre half, this is me. I've played 30 games for Leyton Orient. Average rating of just about 7 again. Consistent every season, but nothing spectacular. Kelvin Paris, the left back, the powerful left back. 40 apps this season, 40 appearances and 3 assists. 5 player of the months, weeks, matches. What am I talking about? 5 player of the matches and a decent average rating of 7.07, and he looks quite tasty. Hopefully he'll contribute to keeping Leyton Orient up next season and maybe doing even better. Let me know what you think they'll do next season. Robin Knopp, not really developing as much as I'd like to either, but perhaps playing in the Championship next year will do wonders for his growth. Yet again, another do or die year for him next year. Another player who's do or die. Sheldon Rinaldi went on loan from Dortmund, went to HSV and only played 10 games, but is playing for a good team. I think that was a good team. Was that HSV first team? Yeah, in the first division of the German league, which is massive for someone of his age, 20 years of age. Tyler Sampson has been a wonder kid for Leyton Orient. He's been the highest average rating for them, 7.21, 12 assists and 5 goals. He's a bit of a Stephen Gerrard, ain't he, this boy? A nice little player there. Big Zobi Ekpara still at Sporting. No major moves for him. No major moves for anyone, really. He played for the B team this season a lot. Only 1 game for the first team. I don't know why. A bit disappointing. He's going to perhaps want to move on. Considering his options, perhaps a big club will come in for him because he's got great potential. Oliver Parr at Newcastle, moved from Stoke, 2.2 million, 14 games this season, still playing Premier League football, which is nice to see. He's a good player, he looks very good. Maybe he could be the first player to get an England cap. Adam Rinaldi, the striker, is on loan at Sion, probably the worst loan move he could have from Arsenal. Eight appearances and no goals for a striker, 6 of them were off the bench. Might as well have stayed at Arsenal, maybe, but his value's gone up. And Fredinho Hugo's been an absolute star. Apparently he's the best player in Paraguay, according to their homepage. He moved to Internacional in Brazil. Maybe I'm not sure if that's the best for his development, but I don't know. You can decide that one. So yeah, remember to pause on any of the players if you want to have a look. Caps wise, Fredinho Hugo is still smashing it. Pretty similar to last time, really. No new caps, I don't think. Drew Helen got a lot more. Ugandans and San Marinos and the Malawians, you're going to expect to be there. And Kelvin Paris, I think, got 1 more as well. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to think now. Let's have a look at wages. Let's see who's on the highest wages. Oliver Parr at Newcastle was on 19.5 grand. Remember, they all started off on a couple of hundred. Fredinho Hugo's on a lot of wages as well. And Drew Hellon, he's the old dog. Yeah, let me know how you think your players have been doing. Sure, I couldn't show you too much this season. Tell me what you want to see next season. Is there a certain aspect you want to see a bit more of? Maybe you want me to show you more results, any cups or anything. Let me know what you want to see. I hope you think your players are doing well. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for today's episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I will do another series of this soon, and let me know how you think your players are doing. I will see you later, boys. Bye bye.